just got massage therapy done today. I feel like $1 million. I love it because my massage therapist, she is ridiculous. I don't even know I've got problems with certain areas of my body, and she'll work on one thing, and then my jaw will feel looser because it's everything's connected, right? So it's funny because one time I had a pain in I think it was my forearm, and she figured out it was coming from my neck, so she fiddled with my neck, and then my forearm didn't hurt anymore. It was just, she's crazy. She is like, I don't know if it's just the school she went to, or as a person she just gets it, or I don't know what, but I have never had a massage like that in my life. She just fixes everything. Like, your spirit feels better when you come out. I do. I feel very centered right now. Like I'm outside and I'm just, all my problems seem to be gone. Maybe the things I used to worry about, I'm like, what are those again? So I think that it's kind of therapeutic because when you're stressed out, you build up like these pockets of fluid and, you know, knotted muscles, and I guess there's emotion stored in there too, so when she works them out, it's not uncommon for someone to like cry or whatever. Anyway, guys, I haven't done a video in a little bit. I thought I would come on and chit chat about Radiohead because they're ridiculous. They're nuts. My friend Shannon has gone to see them a number of times, and she loves them. They're fantastic. Radiohead are one of the few bands nowadays that are keeping it real. They're nuts. I can't understand how you could write their music. It's so, you know. I've listened to OK Computer a number of times now, and it's amazing. Emerson always beeps when I'm on here. So anyway, yeah, I had listened to, never heard Pablo Honey, but I heard Creep a number of times. And then I would listen to The Bends. The Bends was phenomenal. It's such a powerful album, like really good. Just everything's so tight and amazing, and it's crazy. And then OK Computer came out, and I never really picked it up. I had heard Karma Police and Paranoid Android a number of times, to the point where I was bored of the songs. Like, I'd heard them so many times that I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. And then my buddy John was like, you've never really heard OK Computer? I'm like, I've never really listened to it. Like, all the songs are going to be pretty new for me because I've never really... So he's like, you got to hear this album. So I downloaded OK. I don't know if somebody loaned it to me or I borrowed it, but I listened to it and I went, I couldn't believe how good that album is. It's sick. It's ridiculous. I don't know what they were on that day, or maybe the planets were just lined up properly, or maybe they're just a ridiculously amazing ahead of their time band, or what, but wow. So I've been listening to a lot of Radiohead lately, a lot of I have a top 5 favorite bands that are newer bands is Radiohead, Queens of the Stone Age, The Killers, Foo Fighters, and the Mars Volta. Those are my top 5, like, you know, bands that haven't been around for 100 years. Those are my top 5. They're really good. So yeah, I listened to OK Computer, and it fucking kind of changed my life. It's so, every note is just ridiculous. And then I listened to some of their stuff, like Kid A is very weird and experimental, but I like it. I mean, it's a good album. I think it's got a lot of good entries, but it is very weird and very hard to get used to. And then I listened to Insomniac, which is really good, and Hail to the Thief, which is also really good. Like, their albums are just, it's like the richest food you've ever eaten, and then you eat their next album, and it's like, oh my god, this is rich food. It's you know, I can't even put it into words. I can't describe it. But anyway, God would probably be headbanging to Radiohead if you had a choice. I'm saying on my MSN that it's not fair for the other bands because Radiohead is just so good that they make every other band look like crap. My roommate Ben has the Sirius satellite radio, and a lot of the stuff, like the different channels he listens to, a lot of the stuff that he hears and he likes is stuff that sounds like Radiohead. Like, he's got his Coldplay, and he's got all these other bands that are kind of similar to that same kind of vein, but they don't hold up a candle. Even Coldplay, I mean, a lot of people like Coldplay. I really don't like them. I mean, I don't know what it is about them. They don't do it for me. They sound too much like U2 to me. It's like we already have a U2, and they're doing great. You know, thanks. But anyway, Radiohead, ridiculous, retarded. They're trying to force their way up into my top 3 bands of all time, and they're trying to. Wait a minute. It's Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, then Radiohead. So they're trying to get number 2. Actually, they're trying to force Pink Floyd out, and Pink Floyd, I don't know if you can force them out. Like, they're ridiculous. It's just. So anyway, top 5. Radiohead are my number 1 newer band. But I mostly don't like newer stuff. I like all the old stuff. Creep was a great song, but a lot of people thought it was a flash in the pan, like it was going to be Radiohead's one-hit wonder, and then you'd never hear from them again. And My Iron Lung was written basically as, because an iron lung is life support, and they mentioned the word life support in the song, but because basically everyone thought that Creep was going to be their life support, they would not be able to write another good song, right? And I hear they don't even like to perform Creep. They've done it so much and it's so over the top, and they just said it was just some song they wrote. It's no big deal. There's no meaning behind it. He says he's a widow or whatever in the song. He didn't lose anybody. And he was in a car crash, I guess, and it really screwed him up. It scared him, and he's afraid of cars now. But other than that, I'm just kind of rambling, guys. I'm really happy right now. My endorphins are fucking just lighting up like fucking July 4th, which is today. Oh, I feel good. I got a massage last week too, and the last week's massage was a physical happy. Like, I was lying on the table, and she's like, "Okay, we're done. Get ready, and I'll see you in a minute." So you get up slowly, and you put your clothes back on. And I'm not naked, by the way. I got my underwear on. But anyway, you put your clothes back on, and you go wait out. And when I was getting up off the table, I was laughing out loud. I'm like, I don't just laugh for no reason. I was laughing out loud. It was just so. I just was so happy I couldn't help but laugh. So it was like the physically happiest moment I think I've ever had in my life. And then this one here is more of a mental happy. I still feel physically good, but the major weight was taken off last week, and this time I almost feel like, my anxieties are gone and my stresses are gone, and just everything mentally feels where it should be. Like, I feel very laid back and very. Anyway, if you guys can get massage therapy and if you can listen to Radiohead at the same time. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get ready for work soon. I got a job and I'm, pretty happy. New job. It's cool. But yeah, I'll be doing new videos soon. Sorry guys, I've been busy lately, life stuff, that type of thing.